feels like it's been forever since we've checked in with Gogs, so let's dispense with the pleasantries and hit the intro. Yeah, aside from giving myself a little clue there, I don't know why I paused so long. Of course, it doesn't seem like a very long pause to you because of the editing, but I'm literally sitting there for at least a slow count of 5, just staring at my screen. This has been a grumpy old guy gaming, and it really does feel like it's been forever because the last time we checked in on the offline story mode, it was about 50 degrees warmer. And the clocks were an hour further ahead. If you don't do the whole daylight savings time thing where you're at, the second part of that joke landed a little flat. But we've got a new email, so let's go ahead and check that out. New email is from Rachel, and it says, "Message." Let's check that out. It says, "You know someone named Subaru, right? Who doesn't? I have an important message for her. Can you take this to the dungeon at Healed Beloved Dialogue? Let's form a party and head out." Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that server symbol's new. I do believe we're moving to the next server. Log in. Big bad level 36 Gogs. Should probably move them a little closer to 40, but here we go. Healed Beloved Dialogue is added to the word list, and the server is now available. Also available is a new BBS post. First off, we have the ending of the new boss chain. Coming down here past all of the other comments. The new boss is already dead. Yeah, that went smooth and quick and not frustrating. But Gogs is in fact the PC who defeated it. Congrats to us. We are now BBS famous. And we have a boss down from 2 weeks saying, "No way, that was fast." Yeah. Who are they? Mobius says, "Aw man, I wanted to kill it. I wanted to be first to kill it. Poor guy." New thread. Have you heard of grunty races? Not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the grunty races. They're not terrible. I just never been that great at it. Did it a little throughout IMOQ. I'm not a 100% person by any means, and I did like raising the different grunties, but some of those margins were just so tight, and I definitely wasn't the kind of person who was going to sit there and just barely beat the marks so I could get all 3 places and all the prizes. If you are the kind of person who does that, hats off to you. That to me is an impressive level of dedication to a minigame, and something I just never had in me. But that is it for the bulletin board, at least in this go-around. Let's log into the old game. With that, we bid adieu to Carmina Gallica and make our way to Fort Oof. The aerial city, very up in the clouds, very lofty, similar to Dunloriag, but you'll notice it's almost like built out of a giant tree, and we are in the treetops. Along with a new city, our new items, and you can see we're starting to hit into some very high-level stuff for trade. Nikoski just happens to be carrying around the sword we're using. Just kind of checking things out. Starting to see that higher stuff come up, but by no means is it everywhere to be found. Ooh, Anne-Ray is there. The old horse killer. Such a strange name. And Stonecrusher. So here's where we could pick up recovery drinks. Definitely a worthwhile pickup for us. We're still very much in Mage's Soul territory for Gogs. Making sure we're caught up on just about everything else we might need. And yeah, it looks that way. Wander our way over to the magic shop. Make sure we've got our speed charms, and then party up. Get ourselves rolling. Well, before I forget, get healing potions in the storage. Placed as many as I can. We'll use up the rest, and when they're done, we'll go ahead and switch to recovery drinks. Should be a great deal more useful to us. Heck, they're damn near full heals. Taking a look at the word list just to make sure. Just says area that Rachel mailed me about. It's a level 54 field, so we should have plenty of experience to gain in whatever battles we face, but it should be a bit of an uphill slog as well. Definitely don't want to head there alone. Of course, Pyros, a good option from last time. Mistral, definitely a good option as well, if available. There's Silver Knight. You know what, let's see if Silver Knight's available. Nope. Still off chasing Lady Subaru, I suppose. Although, Subaru's at the bottom of this dungeon, so it's a wonder he's not coming. Well, Pyros is almost level 40. We shall take Pyros. And we shall take Mistral. Turning into a somewhat regular party for us. Let's go ahead and check this out. Oh. Okay. Apparently we need to form a party with Subaru and Rachel, which is weird because I thought Rachel wanted us to meet Subaru in the dungeon. I suppose I could have misread that, though. Well, that's going to make life a little bit less convenient for us, but what the hell, why not? Rachel at level 24? And Subaru, who's probably, yeah, level 20, even lower than that. So the challenge of this is we're level 36, which is well under. And we've kind of got to take the lead here. But hey, crazier things have happened. Let's see if we can get through Healed Beloved dialogue. Got a cutscene right away. Subaru says, Rachel, what did you need to tell me? Rachel goes, I'm sorry. Silver Knight put me up to this, that old man. Subaru goes, Silver Knight? Rachel says, yes, he's waiting for us in the dungeon. He said he had something to tell you. It sounded serious. Rachel goes, is that alright? Well then. Hope you don't mind if I tag along. This should be pretty interesting. Lol. Subaru says, you have quite the city girl spirit. Not a clue what that means. Rachel says, that's me. You're good at reading people, Subaru. I must be terrible at it. Subaru says, I wonder why Silver Knight called me here. I haven't seen him recently. Oh, believe me, in the few encounters we've had, we know he hasn't forgot Lady Subaru. Don't want to take on too many of these field portals, but there is one close by here. That should pretty well tell us what kind of a day we're in for. Well, we've got a one-hit kill already. Deadly present, that is physical tolerant. We're just gonna stay clear of the deadly present. And we'll make sure that Rachel and Subaru stay up and not confused both of them. That way there's always an easier target than us. Let the AI just sort of outthink itself at the moment. Really tough to take these things down with a Ganron, not gonna lie. And yes, I know you're probably staring at the screen saying, just have them use their magic skills. We finally get confused, and now it's a party. Right at the moment we were going to protect Break 2, that is the all-time worst. Deadly Presence doing a hell of a job staying alive by confusing us at all the right times. Well, that was a waste of a resurrect. Finally out of that. My goodness, was that torturous? I suppose that's really all I need to see out of this field. We now know we have something very worthwhile to avoid in the field. So just in case that comes up while we're in party here, let's take a look here. Rachel's not better off, not any better off for magic than we are. Kinda looks like Subaru's gonna be our caster with that Rajuk ROM. Important to know there. She's also got all Rep. So yeah, Subaru is definitely who we'll be leaning on for skills here. Go ahead and get ourselves back up. Right, they do feel like crazy going for the whittle down approach. Not probably the best call for being Apollons. Well, we did end up getting a data drain off successfully there, which should make the life a little easier for us. Also got Curse. But you know, you'll have these things. Gotta keep ourselves afloat. Wow. They both got the old reps going. That could be problematic if we let them too close to each other. Go for his second drain. Got a pair of Enya. Overall, rather than fight that battle 1,000 times over, the two drains just seemed like the better call. Do finally get through with the Navalon. Now it's a matter of taking out the Astro Princes, which are the data drained enemies. Doesn't seem like it would be a major problem, and yet here we are. When you are well under-leveled, even the data drain monsters can be a bit of a hassle. But we make it through, and Actually, Subaru's still drawing experience off of those, so... Go ahead and get rid of our cursed status. And move to the next one. Comadgu. Well, that makes our choice simple. We're going to stay back from the Comadgu. Let Subaru and Rachel tank for us, and we'll just cast. Should do it for the Comadgu. And we're all gaining pretty high experience off of that. Picked up a Resurrect. Ice Strike. Really, the Resurrect was probably a very welcome present for us, so we have burned through quite a few of them. Comadgu. Damage proc, of course, the infamous ability of the Drill Idol line, Comadgu being a member. Now we got the Comadgu on the run. Under 1,500. Subaru does not seem too eager to join the battle there. That causes us a bit of a problem. Best laid plans. There we go again. Miraculously get through it. Pick up a Stone Solid.
Bearcat egg.
Lovers, Sickness, a Bearcat egg, and a Hanged Man to be obtained here. Once again, forgetting to get rid of that prompt and give you that awful sounding siren. More Napalons. At least we're getting cool. Seems to be deadly presence in the area too, and that's just recipe for disaster. In fact, let's go ahead and just use magic skills. That is assuming we get out of this okay. Deadly present, of course, wreaking havoc in the form of confusion here. And we find ourselves confused yet again. Doesn't seem like the magic skills prompt really took off. Wow, that deadly present barely even been touched. I suppose the best thing we can do, just take care of this Napalon, make the 3-on-1 battle. Drain here is tempting, but so is the experience. Finally through it. Now we find ourselves confused. Subaru just sort of stands there and takes the damage off us. Don't know what was going on there with Subaru. Seems like we're finally getting a little magic food for people. What a first floor this has been. Don't really like how the rest of the floors are gonna go at this rate, but we're here. It's our goal to get to the bottom to see what on earth Silver Knight wants. Another Fairy's Orb. And looking at our items, just 14 healing potions left. Resurrect's also taking a bit of a hit there. So kinda hoping the rest of the dungeon's a bit more merciful on us.
Golden egg.
Well, some treasure to be obtained, but ultimately that's a dead end. So let's try to make our way to the exit here. Got a forest sage. And an Napalon. take out the caster before he's too big a nuisance. And all that time, the Napoleon was spent healing the Forest Sane. Actually allowed Rachel and Subaru to put a nice hurting on the Napoleon. Got a level up there for Rachel, I believe. Got Casty heal on ourselves. That's probably the best battle we'll have all dungeon. And there's a Comad Goo. Instantly making us regret charging in. We know we've kind of got to be careful here with our resurrects. Freeze it in place. Rachel actually doing a commendable job for us in tanking. Comad Goo under 500? No, just about 500. Another stone solid for our troubles. Ultimately, just looking for a protect break on one. Rather deal with an Astra Prince and an Avalon than two Napoleon at this particular juncture. That was not the best time for us to miss. And now with the Napoleon out of the way, it's time to gang up on the poor Astro Prince. Make life a little easier on Rachel and Subaru. Cast our way to victory there. And time for us to rebuff. Worth noting that now that we're at level 37, apparently we were the ones who leveled up. Still gaining a whole ton of experience here. One more portal left in the second floor on this quickest route. And it's another double Napoleon portal. We are out of our healing items. Just gonna have to take a moment, set the recovery drink. Which you can already see is a great deal more effective. Get our data drain off, and lo and behold, our magic attack is down. What a shame that is. Not really gonna hurt us too much, we'll just have to power through here. See Rachel getting in the business of erstwhile piracy, asking the monster to hand over its items. Almost got an Apollon down. There we are. And with a pair of ice strikes, we get through the second level. Definitely been a battle, but you wouldn't expect to get through this big a level difference easy. Time to see what we get here on floor 3. Lucky break so far as we pick up an ice strike. Next room's got a treasure chest for us that holds a Cygnus. And following that is a portal with more Apollon. Looks like we've got one of the old bone army there as well. It's a skull hero, my apologies. High damage enemy, but magic tolerant. Doesn't seem fair that they could heal those, does it? Well, timing worked out terribly in just about every facet there. Just couldn't get close enough to actually kill the thing. End up picking up a blazing spear. And now it's time to get to work on an Apollon. Turns out we had one primed for a data drain already and just did not notice the cue. Everyone's hit points were drained. That's a problem. Go ahead, get back to work on now the Soul Apollon. Gotta keep our hit points up too. Apollon's down. It's time for the Death Head. The leeches aren't hitting for the life of us, so we will take it out with possibly the easiest Ganron of our life. And then help on the kill for the Astro Prince. Not the most rewarding battle, but survival is a reward on its own. Pick up the moon, the levers, and an ice strike. just like that, the left side of the dungeon floor is pretty well cleared.
Bearcat egg.
Got a hallway to nowhere where I'm sure we'll encounter Silver Knight. But we've got the statue room all the way over here, and it would be a shame to leave that behind. Picking up Gaia's staff and a pair of rainbow cards. So really nice higher level things. And now let's head into the dead-end corridor of doom. Cutscene here. Silver Knight turns around to see Lady Subaru! Silver Knight, Subaru says, why have you called me here? Then we get a slow pan shot, zooming in on Silver Knight, who explains that even after the Crimson Knights, as Silver Knight, he's pledged his allegiance to you, Lady Subaru. He wants to be the knight she needs. He's been training for her, and by training we mean not advancing his level in like a month. Silver Knight once again says Lady Subaru because just about every sentence either has to start with it or end with it. Silver Knight says, what I'm trying to tell you is... Out of nowhere it's Krim! Goes Subaru, it's been a long time! Subaru says, is it really Krim? On some level, this is just crushing. Silver Knight was ready to pour his guts out, and then, out of nowhere, Krim just jumps in. Isn't that the way, though? Krim says he's back from his business trip to Norway. Yes, you haven't changed a bit, Subaru. Subaru thanks him, says, you look well too. You look well too, Krim, which is really weird given the fact that they're both game avatars. Subaru goes, Silver Knight, you called to tell me Krim came back. That must be it. Yes, clearly that's it. Silver Knight goes, no, that's not... Krim says, we have lots to catch up on, Subaru, but we can't talk here. Let's go someplace a little quieter. And now it's time to use more of the selective sprite ocarinas that only appear in .hack cutscenes. Silver Knight is just absolutely distraught, and with good reason. Rachel goes, oof, Silver Knight totally got burned. Rachel says, let's go. We should leave him alone. And with that, we use more selective cutscene sprite ocarinas. And Silver Knight is once again the lightest of blankets. Why? Why must Krim return now? How is it he always comes back at precisely the wrong time? Oh, Silver Knight, you are a legend for every incorrect reason. Lady Subaru, and in true wet blanket fashion, doesn't even use a sprite ocarina, is literally running out of the dungeon. Oh my. First off, I'm amazed we even got through this dungeon, truth be told. Second, wasn't that payoff worth it, folks? In reality, probably not, but I'm not gonna lie, that was the kind of just stupid humor I could really use to get a chuckle after a long day, and hopefully you enjoyed this run. Certainly hope you enjoyed the monumental effort of clearing even a quickest run of this dungeon for you. We should be back with more GOGs in the story next week, going to spend a good deal of my time throughout the week trying to get GOG's level a little higher. So if you see me online, I'll more than likely be doing some level dungeon grinding with GOGs. In the meantime, this has been a grumpy old guy gaming saying, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you are well and it is going well. Take care.